Hello everyone, back tuning in to the third Christmas update. So we've done two updates so far. I think the first one on Tuesday last week and the second one on Thursday. This is the third one. I remember these are just for fun. So it's too far away to be able to pinpoint the exact weather on Christmas Day at this point of the year. What we're attempting to do is look at the CFS B2 model, the long range model, on a fairly frequent basis, and if model is working correctly, we should be able to not pick out exact weather conditions for Christmas Day. We can't do that, but we should be able to see the overall broad trend of where the model thinks the weather is going to be going through that period of the year, so sort of mid to late December into early January of 2017. So if we get lots of chopping and changing from run to run, then we can say that the model isn't or doesn't really have the idea of what could be occurring around that time of year. But if we get consistent updates all looking broadly the same, they will differ on a day-to-day basis, of course, but if they all look broadly the same for this part of the year, then we can say that the model has got a trend. It might not be the right trend, of course. It might be get the wrong trend. But we can say that the model has a trend for this point of the year. Now, the past couple of updates haven't really had a trend. We haven't really seen much of a trend. The first update was quite mild around Christmas itself, but was fairly cold in middle part of December and again through the New Year period. The second update, the last one we did on Thursday, was just a mild Atlantic-driven, quite stormy type update. So we didn't really have a trend for the first couple of updates, and we're going to see for the third update what this one is showing. Before I get on with that, though, just to say about the ads. So there's links to articles all over the pages. Have a browse widgets, click through the links. If there's any articles that you're interested in, you'll be helping us to pay for our website. Thanks so much for doing that. There's also video ads for both pages, which own content you watch them. The Crowsbook again does help to pay for the website. And Gav Shop is open, so if you've got any Christmas shopping to do at Amazon between now and Christmas, just click the green button that says Christmas Shop, and then you'll go to Gav's This Christmas Shop. From there, all you have to do is click through the Amazon banners. That's the key to it all. You don't need to do anything else. Just click through the Amazon banners in Gav's Shop. That will take you to Amazon. And then once you get there, you just do your Christmas shopping as normal. You don't need to do anything different. So you won't be spending anything extra. It's just purely the fact that you've gone from our website to theirs. That means we get a revenue fee on the things that you are purchasing, Christmas presents that you are buying. And a big thank you for doing that. It does help to pay for our website. So thanks so much for getting involved. And thanks for doing that. The website we're using, as always, for the Christmas updates coming from metrosur.fa. You can find the link to website on the links page. We are using the CFS 9-monthly forecast. And this was generated midday yesterday, 5th of November, bonfire night. We always try and use the same. We're running updates 4 times a day. Same for GFS, midnight, 6 o'clock in the morning, midday, and 6 o'clock in the evening. For no particular reason, we always try and use the midday run, and then we can't be told off for cherry picking and trying to find cold and wintry looking charts. So these are just how the model is coming out for this particular run, and I say we always try to use the midday run. Right, we're going to start off on the 13th of December, and here we go with high pressure across many central parts of Europe, and low pressure is out in the Atlantic, a long way in the middle of the Atlantic. So this is quite settled. Would be pretty cold, I think. We're bringing up, though it's a southerly flow, the air's coming off the continent, so I imagine this will be fairly chilly air, maybe with frost and fog through the 13th of December. Now, right towards the middle part of December, we keep a lot of anticyclonic influences ready. The position is changing from the 15th into the 16th, so high pressure still there across central parts of Europe, but we're bringing up a milder airflow now from the Atlantic, coming up somewhere off the coast of Portugal. Western Scotland and Northern Ireland is turning a bit wet to windy. For England and Wales, you could still be having frost and fog with this, even though it might be turning milder aloft. And then we move through beyond the middle part of the month, but towards the 17th, 18th of December. And it remains this sort of idea, but we've got high pressure across Central Europe, low pressure up to the northwest of Scotland. So maybe cloud and rain and fairly mild temperatures Scotland and Northern Ireland. Even by this point, 18th of December, some southeastern parts of the country could be hanging on to quite cold conditions with frost and fog, at least down on the surface. Now that mild air does break through as we go through to the 19th and into the 20th. The high pressure is going more towards southeastern Europe, and then we're all being pulled into this milder southerly flow. Still a lot of dry weather for England and Wales. I think there would still be some rain for Scotland as well as we start to run up to the approach of Christmas. But the main thing will probably be the mild temperatures. I think we'd all be up into double digits by that point. So we go through to the 20th of December and then run up towards Christmas, and we find the isobars are tightening. So 21st of December and 22nd, it's turning more unsettled. That high pressure is slipping away down towards the Balkans, and we're bringing a flatter westerly, southwesterly flow through. So this is probably bringing outbreaks of rain across the country. Also quite strong winds beginning to set up as well as we are running up towards Christmas. Notice all these dark purple and almost black colours across Greenland and Iceland. That's normally a sign of the polar vortex reinvigorating. So is this update going to go stormy as we actually get to Christmas? Well, we run up towards the 23rd and then on in towards Christmas Eve, and it doesn't really turn stormy. Actually, what happens is high pressure just returns across central parts of Europe. So again, most unsettled conditions are for Scotland and Northern Ireland on Christmas Eve. Much of England and Wales looking mainly dry, I would have thought, and it could be very mild as well. This, I think, we've got temperatures up into double digits. Could be a very mild Christmas Eve, that one, with the flow coming up from the south and the southwest. So this isn't going to be the cold Christmas update that I know you're all waiting for. We go through into Christmas Day. This is how Christmas Day itself is looking. Again, high pressure centred across Central Europe. That could bring a lot of fog, by the way, to central parts of Europe. Places like Germany could be really fogged up, I think, this Christmas, if that was to come off. But for us, we're on the mild side of the ridge. We're pulling the air up from the south and the southwest, so I reckon we could see temperatures of 11, 12, 13 degrees quite widely with that, unless we was to get fog developing by night, and then of course that would make the temperatures a lot cooler. But overall, the wait for a cold Christmas with these updates continues for this update anyway. It's looking mild up towards Boxing Day as well. And then we move through towards the post-Christmas period. So we start the 27th of December, and high pressure is starting to push northwards then. So although it's broadly still the same pattern, I would have thought it's starting to turn colder by this point. We would be bringing in colder air off the continent, and an increasing risk, I suspect, of frost and fog, particularly early and late. So let's go up towards New Year then, and we go towards the 28th of December, and high pressure continues to be dominating. And look where that high pressure is going, up to 28th, 29th. The high pressure by the 30th is going up to Scandinavia, so that's starting to turn the winds into the east. And if you know about how to read these charts, this time of year, high pressure over Scandinavia and easterly winds will always be very interesting. Notice a very deep cold pool of blue is starting to lurk there over towards the far northeast of Europe. For this sort of pattern, it would actually be quite benign. It would be largely dry and probably a lot of frost and fog night and morning, but not particularly cold at this point. But let's go towards New Year. So we're on the 30th. We go through to the 31st. This is New Year's Eve, and high pressure continuing to dominate across Scandinavia. Again, the winds are coming in from the east. This is quite a cold New Year. This is midnight on New Year's Day, and a lot of dry weather. It'd be frosty. There'd probably be quite a lot of fog as well. Notice that cold pool is getting ever closer towards us, in towards Central Europe now. Is that going to hit us in the opening days of 2017? Let's have a look. And here we go. We move through into the 2nd of January, and we start to pull in bitterly cold, and those really are bitterly cold easterly winds. Heavy snow will be driving in with those easterly winds on the 2nd of January, and that continues then through the opening week of January. It stays very cold. Low pressure developing within that cold air, so there's snow in with that, and those definitely snow showers, maybe even longer spells of snow. And we move through that opening week of January 2017. Stays very cold. This could be a blizzard coming in towards the south, for example, on the 7th of January, and then beyond that, maybe it turns a little bit milder. Let's not worry about that. So a little bit of interest there for anybody who wants cold and snowy conditions just after Christmas. Let's have a recap of what this third update has done then. Again, we still don't have a trend, I don't think. It's a significantly different update again, albeit it is mild for Christmas. So I suppose there is a trend there that Christmas itself is mild, but I'm not convinced the mod really has that pinned down as a trend. So we have a lot of dry weather really with this update up towards Christmas. Starts off quite cold with frost and fog through the middle part of the month, and then probably turns quite mild by Christmas itself. I think temperatures will be up into double digits as long as there's not any fog. The north and west always more unsettled. After Christmas, the high pressure goes to Scandinavia, so by New Year we're pulling in much colder easterly winds, and that engulfs us into a proper cold freeze up for the first week of January 2017. So that's the idea for the third update. As ever, we shall see what the next update has to show, which I think we're going to do on Tuesday evening. The fourth update will be on Tuesday. So come back for the next instalment. But that's all for now, and thanks for watching. Don't forget, by the way, to check out the 8th update for the winter of 2016-2017. That has been released today. Right, that's all for now. Come back Tuesday for the next instalment of the Christmas updates. Bye for now.